Welcome to AFL Cairns action, live and free here on Streamer. We're at Watson's Oval, North Cairns versus South Cairns. Coming defenders, and that's a poor kick, a turnover as I speak. And Bennett isn't too far out, you'd say, from here. He's got a booming boot on him. And he's going to go back and have a shot.
Well, as is often the case, James, most of the wind feels like it's come straight into the screen. Oh, Bennett taking no time at all. Goes from 52. James Bennett to start the day. Oh, that might have gone 60. A long bomb. Oh, what a ripper to start us off here at Watson's Oval. 20 metres to George. George is going to go back to Cartledge. George might get it back here. Cartledge takes off a bit more, and Bucksmith read it well. Atkinson couldn't get there. Play on now, the Cutters over the top. Cartledge. Oh, big hanger. As he's wont to do.
Great in defence from Cartledge. Stopped what looked like a Cutter goal against the run of play.
Wanders, beats two in the end to get it on his boot. Spry, cool as you like.
Goes to the middle, it's a poor kick, it'll go over the head of the target, and streaming through is Harrington. Taps the ball to his advantage, gets it back from Piercy. Burns is chasing target, goes for Dixon. Handballs overlap, Piercy goes inside 50, there's no one at home, and it rolls through the middle. The attack on the football from Geordie Harrington set that up in the middle, and Templeton is the man with the mark. He can look inside 50, the leading lane presents for Clark, two to beat, beats him handily. And Reece Clark, the left footer, will have a line up for the Cutters second.
And James, you know him better than me. Are you backing him in, or is this a classic take the 30 seconds to pop it up to the top of the goal square?
I think he's got the carry, even though the wind will not be assisting him. But it is a tough kick from this pocket. I'm calling a miss. It comes off the side of his boot and slides towards goal. That's gone all the way through.
It. Oh my gosh. Having only come away with the one, a couple of close misses, touched I think twice on the goal line, and the wind really picking up now. Whatever advantage is going to go the way of the Cutters as they go straight in to forward 50. Hill gets it. Or misses the mark, I should say. Foon, who had the original clearance, continues his run, and he gets a goal. 17 seconds on the clock, and the Cutters strike first in this second term.
Great follow-up from one tackle, picks up another, gets rid of the football, but it bounces poorly for Johnson Smith. He's caught underneath it. Tigers try to fight it through. Here's Bennett at the front of the contest for the immediate response. He finds it.
No, after being beaten, Greenwell, 50 out, wheels around, lasers one to Hutchinson.
That's a beautiful kick, Fitzroy.
Great kick from Canando. Honours a good lead from Hutchinson. And Hutchinson, whose time this year at the Tigers, to be harsh to him, has been typified by plenty of hard work and team-oriented actions, but just not a bit of luck that he needs to really springboard. Not to diminish his work in any way. But this will be a tough kick. I wonder if we'll see a slice like Clark's. A more traditional drop punt. And is it in? Yes, it is. Tigers to find Dembois, who gets a nice bounce in the end. Just skips off the turf into his arms to find Tom. Oh, and he got away with one in the first term, Chris, that I thought was a good bit of gamesmanship. Umpire says that's a bit too blatant. And Jace Tom on his return is going to walk in and kick a goal.
Good football in the middle. Denbois, it was a great kick to the advantage of Jace Tom. And sets up what should be a certain goal as he strides through, puts it through the middle. The Tigers are up and about here.
Just pops it up. Looks like Foon goes inside for Dixon. He takes it, yes.
He's threatened a few times to take some big leading marks, James Dixon. That time he did enough, said the umpire. But this in the wind is a very tough kick. It's just picked up as he goes back. Dixon will kick from almost straight in front, 45 out, on a windy day at Watson's. Sets it high. Has it got the journey? It does. Dixon gets a goal. The Cutters badly needed.
To bring it to ground against the 3 and win the holding the ball. And he gets it to White, not 15, says the umpire, and Dembois returns serve. And that's very silly from White. Very, very silly. Gives away a 50 after he is pinged stone cold. And Dembois is not going to go all the way to the goal line. But you'd have to think he's going to pop this over from 10 to 15 out. Or short 50. Oh well, Dembois shouldn't be too worried about that. He's going to kick it from about 25. And this one will really hurt the Cutters if it goes through. Clark remonstrating somewhat with the umpire. But that's as stone as you get them. Dembois comes through, not his best connection, but he kicks it.
Left and inside 50. English will be first to the ball. Keeps it in front of him, but overruns it. Canando. Here's Fitzroy Greenwall. What can he do inside 50? Goes for goal. Never in doubt, Fitzroy Greenwall. Is streaming through the contest. Well done to keep his feet. Sinot just finds his boot. Moves it forward to Tom.
Oh, the mark paid.
Mark paid. And he
plays on. Well, the cut. No?
I don't think they're going to pay the advantage, but the Cutters remonstrating, and I think with some purpose, that it wasn't 15.
And now Tom saying that he should have been.
I think the umpires are just going to check in. Ben Kosh, AFL Cairns Life member out there. Desmond Edwards, king of the umpires out there, so plenty to talk to as they work out this one, because I think he is acknowledging that it wasn't 15 metres and has reversed his decision. Oh no, he's going to pay it to Tom. And Tommy's going to have a shot on goal. So after all that, we end up back where we started, with Jace Tom having a shot on goal and a chance to really stretch it for the Tigers, John.
Yeah, interesting one once the mark wasn't paid for Tom not to be allowed to waltz through unless he... Anyway. Obviously the umpire down there has a better view of what we do here. Tom comes in, should plop this over. Oh, geez, he bashes it over. Indeed, past the net, and that's his second head mark. Gives it to Campbell Cossack straight away. Campbell Cossack just waltzes through. Tom, takes a great dive and grab in the outfield. Positioned himself at long on and takes it full stretch. And Jace Tom is going to line up for 3 1/4. Great kick. That's actually a couple of great kicks from Campbell Cossack to find Tom. Inch perfect, you'd have to say, because Tom has had to dive for both of them.
Started with Hutchinson on a good long lead to find plenty of space. He lost his man and created this opportunity. Jace Tom, we've seen that he's going to kick it as far as he can. This time it hugs the post and slides through. 3 1/4 for Jace Tom.
Orlando probably too far out to score, so he just pops it over for Aru. Great work. Horribly unlucky. Harrington might have got a piece to it, but you often see those calls go the way of the person who takes a second grab. Just couldn't get enough to knock it fully out of Aru's way after a great anticipation to read the short kick. And Aru's going to come in after flying over the fence a moment ago. In he comes, Aru gets a good piece of it. Goal umpire unmoved apart from to watch it sail over.
Push. Yeah. And it was in the back. Cutters keep rolling. De Jong goes in towards an open goal and makes them pay. With the training drill on that far wing. Just couldn't turn it into a goal.
Spiller runs his full amount. In the end, just kicks it into space. Hill gets a shocking bounce. Bennett unleashed. Jace Tom is probably going to walk in against Cripps. Chris does a good job to affect the kick, but Tom gets 4 points to the crowd. And the Tigers go coast to coast As you say, just silkily moves his way to turnover. Templeton gets a kick from Hill. Templeton steps inside Bennett. And that's going to be downfield. And for as great a player as he is, James Bennett, you can just about put one of those down in the book every week.
Dixon played on, and he gets caught holding the ball. Dixon wanted to take the advantage. The defender was right on him and didn't give up. It's holding the football in the goal square. And working his way to the back, illegally so, was Cutledge. And De Jong has a chance to right his wrong.
And it's going to be 50 for lipping off. Spry and Cartledge were both unimpressed with the call, so I'm not sure which one it was. But from this position, James, it certainly looked like, if not hands in the back, then 4 on more. I thought he's going to go to Tuckett. He goes more direct than that. He's going to find Fields on the chest, who takes it on the third opportunity. Clark gets the plaudits from his teammates. I don't know if he had a call from the trainer to say that time was almost done. He forewent the easy kick to Tuckett. And just a lasered one inside forward 50 as Hurst gets a serve from the matchday manager for running onto the field before the end of the quarter as Fields. And this would really set up a grandstand final term if this goes through. Distance, obviously, not an issue. And he comes in, everyone huddled around Fields. Goal umpire unmoved apart from De Kock's arms. And the Cutters, they get around.
That ball as the wind helps carry it along. Jewis can't be clean. Has to bounce off. Does okay on the second attempt. Goes inside 50. De Jong back with the flight. Kept it in and takes the mark.
A great mark. I thought for a second Crocker was going to get in his way. De Jong takes absolutely no time. Wheels around. I think that's going to be good. It is. What a start for the Cutters.
Michael De Jong back in the forward line in this second half. 3 goals.
Just gets hands out. Peterson goes out. Hurst, who's been quiet today, goes back to Peterson. Tigers, good composure. Now they go long down the line to no one in particular. And there's a great mark. Here's Fields. Is he too far out to score? Not, just. Is he really? Fields. Oh, yes, what a goal! 70 metres and they get around him as well they should. That's an absolute ripper. Greenwall, you wouldn't put it past him to burst out of a contest like that. Scrappy ball. Bennett goes to Canando. Canando with the check side running through. What a goal by Canando. The Tigers first of the term and they need it though. Hurst gets a good shepherd from Cartledge and he just pops it up for Bennett. You know he was going to get plenty of attention there.
Well done though by Sullivan to hold him up. Bennett not looking the best he has. They've got numbers up to the side, but I think they want one more goal, the Tigers. Bennett goes long inside 50. Big pack forms. Big mark at the front.
Mark.
Crisp with the defender's mark to dream of. Beautiful take. And he goes across the face of goal to Wanders. White's his net.